conclusively prove that Iran is brazenly lying when it says it never had a nuclear weapons program.
Well, Israel's prime minister says that Iran is, as you just heard there, brazenly lying about its nuclear program, offering what it says are 55,000 documents, 183 CDs, calling Iran's nuclear archives as proof that it has been lying right from the beginning. Iran quibbles with that. What, meanwhile, Iran's nuke deal is looking at is maybe a reassessment. What does it say about this guy in North Korea and whether we can trust him? Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Kivito. We're all over these developments here at a fast-moving world that's united now on, well, confusion about who you trust and when. John Roberts at the White House on how the president is responding to this. Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon on what exactly the Israelis found out and whether there's anything really new here. We begin with John at the White House. John.
Neil, good afternoon to you. The president has been saying for months, if not years now, that Iran is cheating on the JCPOA, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. A lot of his critics have said, where's the evidence? Because Rex Tillerson, the then Secretary of State, repeatedly said that he thought that Iran was in compliance with the JCPOA. But now we get this treasure trove of evidence highlighted by the Israeli prime minister that suggests that all during that time, Iran has had a secret nuclear weapons program and has stored all of the facts and figures about it in a bunker, which it appears Israel discovered and confiscated materials from. So the president this afternoon, not going into a great amount of detail about what Netanyahu said, letting his words speak for himself, but U.S. intelligence has confirmed what Israel is talking about and is of the same mind as the prime minister. But listen to what the president did say about it this afternoon.
That is just not an acceptable situation. And I've been saying that's happening. They're not sitting back idly. They're setting off missiles, which they say are for television purposes. I don't think so. So we'll see what happens. I'm not telling you what I'm doing, but a lot of people think they know.
In his lengthy presentation this afternoon, Netanyahu detailed the evidence, and you can see some of the photographs there, and also had a strong lean towards suggesting the president should withdraw from the deal. Listen here.
The Iran deal, the nuclear deal, is based on lies. It's based on Iranian lies and Iranian deception. In a few days' time, President Trump will make his decision on what to do with the nuclear deal. I'm sure he'll do the right thing for the United States, the right thing for Israel, and the right thing for the peace of the world.
Now, he didn't come right out and say it, but to Netanyahu, the right thing to do would be for the United States to withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal. The president, Neil, has to decide by May 12th whether he's going to sign another waiver of sanctions against Iran or pull the United States out of the deal. But a third way, a possible third way at least, emerged last week in the president's summit with President Macron of France, where Macron said, well, how about we do this? We leave the Iran nuclear deal in place, but then we craft a new deal that takes care of some of the other issues that President Trump is worried about, and that is Iran's long-term nuclear program, which this evidence would seem to speak to, its ballistic missile program, which the president mentioned, and its destabilizing behavior, particularly in the Middle East. The president, Neil, did appear open to that. We'll find out within 12 or 13 days what he's going to do.
All right, John, thank you very, very much. So what exactly did the Israelis find? Is there anything new here? Of course, the Iranians are saying no. Jennifer Griffin of the Pentagon with the latest on that. Jennifer.
Neil, we just spoke to Defense Secretary Jim Mattis here at the Pentagon. He had not seen Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's presentation and would not weigh in on the new evidence that the Israeli Prime Minister claimed to have about Iran's nuclear program. Netanyahu says Israel's intelligence service has copies of that half-ton of Iranian nuclear documents suggesting Iran had a nuclear weapons program before it signed the nuclear deal, or JCPOA, in 2015. Netanyahu did not provide any evidence today that Iran has cheated on the deal since it was signed. The Israelis claim 55,000 pages of documents and 183 CDs contain secret information on Iran's pre-2015 nuclear program called Project Ahmad. Defense Secretary Mattis met with Israel's defense minister here at the Pentagon last Thursday. Just moments ago, we asked him about that meeting, and to our surprise, Mattis said the Israeli defense minister had not spoken to him about the Iran nuclear deal and had not presented any new intelligence suggesting Iran had cheated.
Did you present any information that would suggest to you, or any evidence that you found that the Iranians are not in compliance with the deal, with the nuclear deal?
The Israeli Minister of Defense and I discussed a host of issues. That was not one of them.
Mattis was also asked about the overnight missile strikes in Syria targeting an alleged Iranian base and weapons storage site near Hama. The strike is believed to have been carried out by Israeli warplanes and involved bunker-busting bombs. I asked the U.S. Defense Secretary, did you assist with any jamming of radar or any cyber? Mattis said, quote, "We had nothing to do with the strike last night." Mattis was also asked by a reporter if he is satisfied the Iran nuclear deal can handle instances of cheating. His response was yes, but he did not want to get ahead of his recommendation to the president about whether to stay in the deal or not. Neil.